Shabbat Tov, everybody. Yeah, this Shabbat there was some very, very bad news. There was a few terror attacks this Shabbat that took place. One in a synagogue in a highly populated ultra-Orthodox area of Neve Yaakov here in Israel over Shabbat. Just wanted to say some words. So somber looking at the news this Motzei Shabbat, hearing about it. I only heard about it I was with my kids in Avot Banim, and the rabbi over there in the synagogue actually said a few prakim, few verses of few chapters of Tehillim for a refuah shlema for the injured people and for the families of the bereaved people. Seven people had been reported to have lost their lives, and such terrible, sad news has happened. And how this happened, very, very sad news. And the chutzpah is the international media haven't really reported it so kindly, and people won't. It was so disgraceful seeing some scenes of people in Gaza celebrating this atrocity that has taken place here, and no condemnation about this kind of thing that took place. These celebrations that was taking in place in Gaza, in anywhere in the international media, which is absolutely disgraceful. And, our best thing, our best attribute is the kol shel kol Yaakov. The tefillot that we can do also. Obviously, we all need to be prepared in every different segment, as we see. But one of the greatest presents that Hashem has given us is the tefillot that we can do. To pray for Am Yisrael, to advocate for Israel at a time like this, especially people that are internationally, to speak the truth of what's going on over here. And how this could happen, it's, in our own land, our precious land. This is ours. This is Am Yisrael's. It's absolutely devastating. And, we need to keep the Torah, the mitzvot, everything else. And this is what is going to protect Am Yisrael. That is the main ikar. This is the main true thing that is going to help Am Yisrael. And what's alarming is 7 people passed away. 7, even a 14-year-old boy. Where they were in a synagogue praying on the Holy Shabbat, the tefillot of Arvit, Shabbat Arvit, and people were doing, reciting Kiddush at the time on Shabbat. People were in the middle of their Su'udat Shabbat, in the middle of the Shabbat meals. And then, the cruelest, thing can occur in, that neighborhood, in whole of Israel. What they say, when one person in Israel suffers, all of Am Yisrael, suffers. That's, is very much related over in the teachings of Chazal. It's absolute devastating news. A 14-year-old boy passed away. A couple that was from my area in Bet Shemesh, 48 years old, married couple with a 45-year-old. They were just married for 2 years, and were some of the victims that had suffered in this atrocious thing that occurred last night. And what we can do is do the tefillot, pray for the army, the Israeli army, for the police, our precious police officers looking after us. Pray for the government and pray for all of Am Yisrael that we're all going to be safe and all going to be looked after. Then, pray for all this bias, international media to stop. Enough is enough with it already. It's a country that's giving so much to so many people. So much good is coming here. So much Torah is over here. There's never been so much yeshivot and Torah learning taking place, I believe, in Israel. In thousands of years, we can see so much building, so much technology, so much science over here. So much chesed organizations all over Israel. Charity organizations over here. Orphan organizations, people giving. Free ambulance services. Hatzalah, it's absolutely booming at the moment. So much chesed and kindness. So much Torah that is taking place over here. So much Ahavat Yisrael that is taking place over here. And, we are a beacon of light to all the different nations. And we are a shining light to all the nations. And we should pray that we keep the Torah and keep the mitzvot. That's what's going to really keep us, protect us also. And everything else. So just do a perek of Tehillim, which we also said in the Avot Banim tonight, the rabbi said over there, and for protection for all of Am Yisrael. And none of this, hopefully the terrorism is going to stop. Hopefully the international media bias is going to stop. Hopefully people are going to praise Israel like we deserve. I'm going to do a perek of Tehillim now, a chapter of Tehillim, coming from chapter 121 of Psalms, as they say. Okay, Shila ma'alot, esa'ena el heharim, me'ayin yavo ezri, ezri me'im Adonai, ose shemayim ba'aretz, al yiten lamot raglecha, al yanum shomrecha, hine lo yanum velo yishan shome Yisrael, Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha, al yad minecha, yom ama shemesh lo yakeka, v'ereach ba'layla, Adonai mishmecha mikora, yishmo et nafshecha, Adonai yishmo et tzeitecha ovaecha, me'ata v'yad olam, Bezrat Shem. This is going to be for the refuah shlema, for anyone that's been injured in these terrorist attacks. It's gonna, that has unfortunately taken place. Anyone needs refuah shlema, and may all the terrorists stop in Israel or all over the world, and may we're going to see Mashiach come, and we're going to see a safe Israel, a booming Israel with Torah, mitzvot, and flourishing, and the nations looking at us the whole time, and with favor, which we deserve. And guys, have a Shavua Tov, daven for us, advocate for Israel, especially during this time. And hopefully there's going to be peace, because what affects in Israel affects the whole world ultimately. And what's taken place over here is absolutely disgraceful. That's taken place in the Shabbat. And pray for us. Let's keep our tefillot. We want to keep mitzvot. Let's keep the mitzvot. This week it's just been the Hilula of the Baba Sali, and may his neshama be protecting us. He passed away many years back. His Hilula was only a few days back. Maybe we do so much Torah, Chesed, that's going to protect all of Am Yisrael, that is going to take place. And that's one of the three things when Jacob, we learn in Parshat Vayishlach, Yaakov was preparing to encounter Esau. He had three things. He split the camp. He had to do preparation. He had to, split the camp, as I said before. He had to have an army ready. He had to give presents, a doron, as they called it, the Torah did. But Torah, that was the main thing. He came in prayer at the time. And that's one of the things that we can do. This week, let's go and, if people aren't putting on tefillin, let's put it on every day this week. And let's go step by step. People aren't going to the Bet Knesset on Shabbat. Let's go next week. Let's going to do this to help us. Let's do more chesed. Give more to the charity organizations that are all over the world, perpetrating good things. Let's advocate for Israel. Let's speak up for Israel over here, and be proud of our Israel over here. That's for people living all over the world. Let's not see anything negative, because there's so much great things going on here in Israel, and so much chesed protecting Am Yisrael, so much Torah protecting Am Yisrael. Guys, have a Shavua Tov. Next week it's going to be Parshat B'Shalach. It's going to be Shabbat Shira. Next Shabbat, hopefully we'll just be singing into the Shabbat this week, and everything else. Shavua Tov Vrach, have a blessed week, and I hope everyone's well. Bye.